Hi, it's Scott Gamble. Today we're going to do some energetic comparative muscle tests on some physical objects that reside around the house. In this case, we're going to use some art objects that exist in this beautiful place that I get to stay in. And then we're also going to test a couple of the actual physical pendants that I created and the symbology that exists on those. So let's get started. Here's the first object. And for these we're going to use the Hawkins scale of 1 to 1,000, 200 being the point at which negative turns to positive and builds on from there, and 1,000 being the highest rate of consciousness that humans can achieve in physical reality. Otherwise you'd be elsewhere. Okay, so we'll test this object. It's ceramic, quite beautiful. You have to be very careful with these because they're not mine. All right, so the energetic level, and you can say this a number of ways. You can say energy level, vibrational level, the power of it. As long as what you're saying generates the feeling like I've described before, because it's the feeling that it is created that gets that is able to be tested. Here we go. The power of this object is 200, 300, 210, 220, 210. We'll move on to the next piece. Now this is a piece of made of glass. It's very, very beautiful, really nice and tactile. My eyes, I find it very enjoyable to look at this piece, but let's test its physical power. The power of this object, the energy level of this object is 200, 300, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280. So I got 280 on that. So that's an interesting thing. You might consider something this beautiful to have more power, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, so the people I stay with went to China a couple years ago and picked up a few items. So this is a raised symbol of, or a Chinese symbol meaning long life. Let's test the power of this symbol. Here we go. Trying to get where you can see. The power of this design, the power of this symbol is 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 510, 520, 530. So I got 520 on that. Okay, so next, these are some of the pendants. I'll give you a little zoom in here. These are the physical ones I created. I actually cut the blanks myself. I do every step of the manufacture. And they display symbology which has been coming through me ever since I was a small boy. And I didn't understand it way back then. So now I'm in the process of exploring what it really means. So let's test the power of, let's pick two of these. Okay, we'll go with this one. I'll give you a little close-up of that. See, this is the symbol that I create on the computer, and then I etch it using ferric chloride onto the brass, and then I go through a number of steps that I develop to get it to the stage. But it's the symbol that we care about. It's not so much that it's made of brass or the shape. The power of this symbol, the power of this object, is 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So I've described in another video that objects can exist past 1,000. So essentially I'm just adding on to the end of this scale. I'm not stretching the scale in any way. We're going to keep testing it and see where it goes. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 41,000, 42,000, 43,000, 44,000, 45,000, 46,000. No breaks through there. Let's try one other one. I'm getting tired. Let's see. Okay, this one. Oops, sorry. Okay. The power of this object is 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 21,000, 22,000, 23,000, 24,000, 25,000, 26,000, 27,000. Okay, so each of those symbols and objects vary slightly, and it's also the case when I do a custom piece for somebody. Inevitably, they're going to be different, but the main thing that occurs is that the energetic level goes way beyond the 1,000 that I've discussed. So I don't really know what this means, but I can just show you a bit about my process for trying to uncover information in a more complicated picture. So in this case, we can say, well, we want to know more about the symbols on the pendants. Where is it coming from? It's coming through me, but where's it from? So we can say, okay, and we have to make a positive statement. The symbols on these pendants represent an earthly language. So that's no. The symbols on the pendants represent an earthly language from some time in Earth's history. So that's direct no. I mean, that's as no as you get. The symbols on the pendants are language. So I got a yes. The symbols on the pendants are language of a non-earth origin. I got a yes. Okay, so that's a sort of kind of a line you can go down. And then you have to get creative and trying to think of other ways to make statements in which to dig in and uncover other elements that you wish to know. So that's all I can tell you for now. I'm going to keep testing and keep doing this. Thanks a lot.